Qui n'a pas de voilà. Pour continuer, comme le titre le dit, le festival des lanternes. On va quand même pas laisser le temps s'écouler sans rien faire. Je suis désolée les amis. J'essaie de varier les contenus de temps à autre, c'est pour ça. Vous en faites pas, je vous ai pas oublié. Et comme je vous ai dit, n'hésitez pas à faire des souhaits et je regarde dans les commentaires ce que vous voulez justement comme jeu et compagnie. Lumine.
Welcome.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth.
Voilà.
And those that come across Lure
J'avais pas
tend
vu
to
qu'il
stay a
m'envoyait un
while.
truc.
So it is where many things come to settle.
Il est trop mignon. 122. Et il nous a manqué encore quelques-uns. Et dire qu'on n'a plus beaucoup de jours pour l'avoir. 10 heures seulement, voilà. Plus que 10 heures pour avoir Shen Yu. Donc, clairement, on va continuer, les amis. Hein. On lâche pas l'affaire. Oh, mon petit Kara qui se remet à jouer à Genshin, du coup. Je suis contente qu'il ait enfin réussi à s'en sortir dans la quête, qu'il avait du mal. On va pouvoir refaire des trucs, des RP avec petit Kara. Faut que je propose à Sensei à nouveau de refaire avec nous. Avec tous les persos qu'on a. Ça va être très très beau tout ça. Bon. Ça je prends. La jolie vue de toute façon du festival à chaque fois. Bon. On en a plein hein, des trucs pour les boss. On va continuer comme ça, économiser, à en faire un tas à autre. Juste ici.
Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Elle a l'air épuisée.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone.
Ok, ça endormi là.
Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe! Not there!
Ouais, excusez-moi. Vous voyez Shinhei sortir, désolé pour son nom, une petite fiole verte, en extraire une substance à l'odeur de menthe et l'appliquer sur les cornes de Ganyu. Yao Yao et Paimon restent bouche bée et sous le choc, mais personne ne peut l'arrêter à temps.
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the Secure Transport Agency.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend! Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise!
Il y a un petit animal qui passe
I
derrière.
also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself.
Oh, Sensi!
It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste.
Salut,
My
Sensi,
motivation
ça
for
va?
being here might be a little different, yes. But I'm ready to put in just as much effort as everyone else.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here by
Ouais,
now?
ça va.
Who is it
Regarde
that
ce que le
speaks
pauvre
of
Alastor a eu à
oneself
cause du jeu.
in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You
Attends,
clearly
j'ai
heard
compris. Il est
Paimon!
encore sous chaud.
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, t'inquiète, je t'en
Paimon's
veux pas,
time,
t'as
Miss
qu'à
Illuminated
Moi
Bird!
aussi j'ai café
Paimon always knew
totalement.
you were the
Café,
smartest, coolest, and
tellement j'avais
prettiest
plus à faire
Adeptus.
quelque chose, je
Someone
m'endormais,
as
j'ai
wonderful
pas
as you is sure to have
Et
brought
j'avoue,
enough
j'ai
for
mangé
Paimon
tellement
as
de cacao.
well, right?
Donc là c'était signe, fallait que je dorme sans faire gaffe. Shengyun dépose ses bagages et Chuyu partage le poisson grillé. Tout le monde discute, ce qui anime le mont Aozang, habituellement si calme.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see
Et tu vas voir l'autre
fit.
qui prenait son pied alors que
As for
l'Astor
how
était
to
en
make the
main.
kite, one
Quoi
assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
Alors, de toute façon c'est moi qui le fabriquerai.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not
Là,
hesitate
sinon,
to
je suis en
seek
train de
one's
faire la suite
company
de
if you have any
l'événement
trouble,
Festival de l'Interne.
questions, or simply
J'ai
want
plus
to
que 10 heures
chat.
pour choper
We're
Shengyun.
not in any hurry
En
to
plus.
get started. Why don't we go
Donc
see what
si
the
tu veux,
others
tu
are
peux venir
up
voir.
to?
Pour te réveiller en douceur. T'inquiète pas, j'oublie pas de répondre au RP. Ma petite Sunsi, elle est réveillée.
Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished
Oh, ma
product.
petite Sunsi,
What
t'inquiète.
color are you going to make it, Yao
Une
Yao?
bonne douche. Ça sera du bien.
I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friends. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
Oh, we actually haven't started yet. But we're going to start, right now.
Pourquoi il se fait la main comme ça? Attendez, j'arrive. Oh, mon pauvre petit. Désolée d'avoir fait un bruit pareil, mais mon micro il veut pas rester. Ah, mais il est têtu. Beaucoup plus têtu, vous pouvez le croire. On va le mettre là, au pire, il tombera plus. Voilà. On va
Where do you
pas
want
trop
to
les
go
trucs de
next?
quest, c'est bien.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? Wait, I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly? What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I
Il y a une
see.
grenouille qui passe derrière.
My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch, with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Let's not disturb them. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at?
Rien de tel qu'un cerf-volant en forme de Paimon.
Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers. Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky?
Une expression de fierté.
Ooh, like this? Ooh, the title of champion kite flyer is mine!
C'est ça.
Now that we've decided, let's make it happen! It's done! Paimon has to say, Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty.
Plein de cerfs-volants de tout le monde.
Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh, well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow. The disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao.
It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, Traveler?
Salut Kirito. T'as fini, oui. C'est pas parce que t'as regardé le truc que t'es obligé de piquer tout de suite le truc, hein. Aïe aïe aïe. Ah, une Vox, tiens, tant qu'on y est. Putain, mais je te jure. Je vais mettre Vox dans mon truc, tu vas voir.
Its self-important countenance bears a striking resemblance to that of its namesake.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh?
Bah,
Who
ouais.
dares attempt such a flagrant
Je viens de me
display
lever en
of
même temps aussi,
impropriety
donc
by releasing a kite into one's territory
normal que je
without
décide de
one's
commencer live.
permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence.
Oula.
Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
J'avoue. Elle a pas l'air contente.
There's wind up ahead. Looks like we can glide
C'est vrai
over.
que c'est son territoire en même temps. Eh ben dis donc, tu peux plus t'en passer en ce moment. Hop là. Je m'y retrouvé plus. T'inquiète pas, il y aura du Asmin Hotel, peut-être des Roblox Asmin Hotel, peut-être il y aura quelque chose. Il faut que je fasse mes recherches, c'est pour ça. Mais il y aura du contenu un peu Asmin Hotel par rapport à des trucs.
It's right there.
C'est sûr, tu l'aimes bien, Zéman.
This
On me dit pas que
Fontanian
c'était-
device of mechanical motion is quite curious
Okay.
indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings.
C'est vrai qu'ils auraient pu
Someone
faire
among
plus
us was
de-
not sufficiently attentive,
plus
and now
d'efforts
the
par rapport à
kite
leur
has
design.
vanished.
Ce sont
Calm
des
yourself.
adeptes quand même.
Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong.
Elle a dû péter un plomb, ouais.
Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite. On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help
Bah,
but
il y en aura
surmise that
sûrement,
its
mais laisse-moi faire la
ingenuity
recherche, t'inquiète.
rivals that of Cloud
On sort, au
Retainer's
pire.
creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you
Non, peut-être
profess
pas sur
such a
mon
thing,
territoire quand
we can
même.
both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault.
Ils vont commencer à se
One
prendre la
seems to
tête.
recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say
T'inquiète.
something, Mountain Shaper.
Prépare-toi et attends
Surely
ton
you can
rendez-vous
think of
encore.
something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during
Je
Lantern
doute d'un truc.
Night. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any impropriety. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint!
Ils osent vraiment pas sa colère.
And if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Xinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You?
Oh merde. Paimon qui les balance, vas-y, tranquille.
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply
heureusement.
curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is
téléphone est chargé.
unparalleled, Cloud Retainer.
J'attendais que ça.
You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular
Perfect.
talent stands unmatched across the land. Of this, we are well aware.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time.
T'inquiète, petite jeune, si je suis là quand même. Maintenant que je suis réveillée, que je suis...
Traveler,
Je vais
Paimon,
m'occuper
do
de faire un
try to
truc,
keep
mon
up.
téléphone est chargé. Donc maintenant je peux répondre comme ça.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
Je réponds juste aux RP, j'arrive tout de suite.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Parfait. Mais non, on va pas là-dedans, non. Ouais, je sais, mais je m'en doute qu'il y avait quelque chose de Asbin Hotel. tu ne m'apprends rien de nouveau, j'aurais été voir moi-même de toute façon. T'as qu'à en profiter et moi je profiterai de mon truc. Pour l'instant, je fais du Genshin. Ah, t'inquiète, pour l'instant c'est honneur à Genshin. Ouais, Genshin Impact, pardon.
Bow your head.
Pratique un peu d'eau contre de la boue et du géo. Bon.
Stabilize.
Dégagez-moi pas ça.
Illusion shattered!
Je commençais à enlever les trucs de blob. Voilà.
Solidify.
They're back.
Oh, merci.
Paimon's pooped. Hi. Why are there only 2 of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
Peut-être que les cerfs-volants sont une allégorie de lui-même.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the bonds that tie us
Allez,
and...
du vin pour Alastor. Il est trop choqué de ce qu'il est.
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you to home. If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his words even less.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere near it?
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation? Did one miss something?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
Alors, nous acceptons cette proposition.
Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Excusez-moi, je suis en train de
But
regarder
where
un
are
truc.
those who share the memory?
C'est vrai que j'ai gardé Adam en enfer.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Voilà, j'efface quelques photos quand même. Impeccable. C'est bon, sinon ça prend trop de place. Je retrouverai toujours autant. Hop là. J'ai trouvé voir une grenouille, mais je crois qu'elle est partie. Ah, c'est là qu'elles ont leur skin du coup.
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing.
Moi, j'en ai aucune
Is
qui
the
a
headpiece secure?
besoin de
I should
de
have
leur
asked
skin,
Cloud
donc c'est
Retainer
bon.
to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that?
Vous êtes très jolie.
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined! Those outfits really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun! This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet! Paimon can't stop eating. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
Bah ouais, Anastor ici, comme Dieu l'aime bien, les caresses sur la joue. Le match aurait été serré.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xianyun?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling. Start from the beginning.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness. And later...
Bah, il sait qu'Angel aime bien le petit casse sur la joue, du coup il lui fait.
One seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all, but...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha! One has an idea. How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh, Paimon really hopes this works.
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Dun, 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 dun. Et ça, c'est fait. Voilà.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those? Je suis encore sous le choc. Oui, pardon, excusez-moi.
Time to carry out the plan! Let's go find Gaming! Hope everything goes well.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Je suis en train d'écrire mon affiche.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Voilà.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
You've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important commission I need your help with.
Alright, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor. A very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
We're here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
Ça me va.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longzhou. We'll set off then.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
You're a bit quiet today, Gaming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself, at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kinda have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then. Let's go.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Mind the side effects.
The doctor was singing.
Let the mighty be humbled!
Qu'est-ce qui m'a pris d'aller là en même temps? Je dois faire mon truc en même temps.
Illusion shattered!
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
This is order.
Gather.
Quake! Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Toujours pas trop ce mécanisme par rapport à ça. Mais c'est pas grave, peut-être un truc à débloquer plus tard, ou je sais pas. Ah, il y a une quête à faire. Pour plus tard. Qu'y a-t-il? Eh bien, donc, jeune femme, auriez-vous la bonté de venir en aide à un vieillard? Donc, attendez une minute que je réponde à RP. Pardon. Je vais éviter de faire trop basique. Et ouais, il évite déjà de faire trop basique pour Angel, donc c'est déjà pas mal, hein. Ouh, t'inquiète, tu vas y arriver. Là, il lui donne un peu plus de magie. Franchement, c'est déjà le cadeau. Alors, ma petite Yoon a disparu. Je l'ai cherchée partout, sans la trouver. Enfin, à part au camp des pilleurs de trésors, où je n'ose pas aller. Yoon? Oui, mon trésor, c'est ma bête de somme. Une bête de somme? Les liens... Pardon, j'ai pas vu que j'avais mon truc encore en auto. Le transport de grandes quantités de marchandises en montagne est compliqué pour nous. Marchands qui doivent faire de longs trajets. Les bœufs sont très longs. Trop lents, pardon. Les mules et les poneys sont trop nombreux. Sans parler des frais exorbitants à dépenser pour nourrir et donner à boire aux porteurs. Du coup, j'ai une idée géniale. Acheter quelques bêtes de somme, après élever à Sumeru. Comme ça, je peux acheminer les marchandises en grande quantité sans problème. Mais je ne m'attendais pas à faire voler une bête de somme dès mon arrivée au vallon chez nous. Ma petite Yoon, Memora. Waouh, c'est chez vos larmes. Vous avez un certain âge, vous savez. Est-ce vraiment une bonne affaire? C'est pas si simple. Ces bêtes de somme sont pédigrées. De bons pédigrés ont été vendus en lot. Je dois juste réussir à les faire se reproduire entre elles. Leurs progénitures s'adapteront complètement à l'environnement de Yue à partir de la 2e ou la 3e génération. Une fois que les petits issus de ces générations auront grandi, je les louerai ou les vendrai pour récupérer mon investissement. Même comme vous pouvez le constater, eh bien, c'est plutôt un défecti. Ma petite Yoon, ces 3 bêtes de somme étaient ce que j'avais de plus précieux. Je leur ai consacré tant d'efforts et d'amour. Pi a toujours été la plus obéissante. Elle est encore avec moi. Joe s'est enfui. Il y a déjà Bellurette, pardon. Parce que c'était la plus rebelle. Si Yoon venait à me quitter, je ne m'en remettrais pas. La bête de somme qui vous reste doit se sentir toute triste, maintenant qu'elle n'a plus d'amis. Vous allez m'aider, n'est-ce pas? Je me lamente tout seul ici depuis tellement longtemps. Mais il n'y a que vous qui avez daigné m'adresser la parole. On va vous donner un coup de main. Oui, on ne peut pas... Pardon. Oui, on ne peut pas laisser comme ça sans rien faire. Oh, vous êtes de véritables âmes héroïques et charitables, de braves gens. Je sais où se trouve le camp des pilleurs de trésors. Laissez-moi vous le montrer, et vous pourrez aller leur botter les fesses. Mettons-nous donc en route. Je m'inquiète de ce que ces pilleurs de trésors ont pu faire à Yoon. Ouais, mais bon, j'ai pas le temps, moi, je suis dans un truc normalement. Voilà. Je suis perdue à cause de la mission. Ah, c'est vraiment là-bas qu'on doit aller? Ok, je vois comment. D'accord. Là-bas, je vois. Et non, je devais m'accrocher dans mon truc, voilà. Aïe aïe aïe. Morax, faut pas monter les trucs. Oh, salut petite Sensi. Attends, je regarde le RP. Qui grogne encore. Non, il a explosé au sol. Il faut qu'il arrête là, parce que... Putain, la chambre de Alastor là. Un peu de respect, il y a déjà eu des chips dedans.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But
Aïe,
where
aïe,
are
aïe.
those who share the memory?
Attends, faut que je prenne le gage. Ah bah c'est encore Alastor. Eh le jeu, t'arrêtes de te défouler sur Alastor déjà hier avec Adam là. T'es terrible hein. En plus, bah je prends que les actions, je me mets pas trop à faire la roulette pour moi. Oh là Ascar. Dis-moi où je suis seule pendant toute la durée du chronomètre, mais fais vite, tu n'as pas beaucoup de temps. J'aurais bien fait un seul coup, vu comment il a explosé une bière dans la chambre d'Alastor. Mais bon, je suis cool. Non, finalement, je sais faire un truc. Bon, s'il s'en prend à Alastor, ok. Là, je lui ferai un seul coup. Oh, j'ai reçu un message déjà, ça c'est L2, c'est sûr. Attends, je réponds vite sur RP. Putain, laissez Alastor en paix, les mecs. Donc, le jeu, c'est déjà que c'est des actions. Tac, tac, tac. Il va pas se laisser faire, c'est sûr.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Attends, je réponds vite fait parce que je suis pas
Osmanthus
content pour sa
wine
chambre.
tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Un dépotoir. Voilà. Normal, hein, et il y tient à sa propreté. Mission success. Ouais, mais il a pété un plomb. Aïe aïe aïe. Je sais pas si ça a un rapport quand je veux le déplacer ou pas. Ah non. D'accord. J'ai pigé le truc, c'est bon. Bon ça. Bah c'est chaud hein, le défi maintenant, attention. C'est grave chaud là. Là, il y a un truc. Non, je sais plus comment faire. Ah mais non, Morax t'accroche pas comme une araignée. Mais tu peux pas éviter de faire comme ça à chaque fois. T'es pas une araignée. Bon, voilà, maintenant tout est mis en place. Ok. Je devrais peut-être en mettre un en place là justement où je vais. Il y en a déjà. Voilà. 3, 2, 1, go. Allez, Morax, tu t'accroches pas comme un gel. T'es pas une araignée. Tu le sais, hein.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Ah, je te jure qu'il continue à salir sa chambre. Ouais. Plus de respect pour lui, hein, c'est bon. Qu'est-ce qu'il m'a encore montré, petite Sensi? Alors... On continue quand même jusqu'à finir le festival, mais bon, ça va être un peu long. Hein. Il faut bien le finir, ce festival aussi. Merde, ça c'est la mission. Bon, c'est pas grave, c'est là que je dois passer aussi. Et je fais la mission en même temps de l'autre. Hop. Ouais, bah je fais la mission de l'autre, j'ai l'impression que les pilleurs de trésors sont là. Bon, vas-y. Non, Lilith, elle va s'y joindre. Mais Lucifer, lui, il fait des efforts, mais Lilith, elle...
Order guide you.
Oh putain. Ok, attends, je réponds tout de suite après.
There is no escape. Silence.
Meurs. Pas content Lucifer. J'avoue, si elle s'y met. Ah, si elle reste, il commence à toucher autour à cause du machin. Ça va pas lui plaire. Je t'ai dit, à la sœur, il est encore choqué d'Adam. Il pensait pas qu'il allait aimer faire ce qu'il a fait sur lui, quoi.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Done.
Ouais, il va où, lui, là?
The tide's beckoning.
Finalement, j'ai fait l'autre mission à côté vu que c'était sur mon chemin. Yoon, ma petite Yoon, je suis venue te ramener à la maison. Ça a dû être éprouvant pour toi, hein. Je t'ai apporté des piments de Juyoon comme tu les aimes. Tiens, mange. Hein? Tu ne veux pas en manger? J'espère que tu n'as pas... Pardon. J'espère qu'on ne t'a pas appris de mauvaises manières. Allez, mange. Les bêtes de somme se nourrissent-elles vraiment de piments de Juyoon? Je l'ai toujours nourri avec ça. Je sais qu'elle aime en manger quand même. Quelle vieille imbécile. Vous ne savez même pas que les bêtes de somme préfèrent manger les fruits? Elle ne mangerait... Pardon. Parce que je suis un peu loin. En plus, c'est sur du blanc encore. Elle ne mangerait jamais de piment de Juyoon à moins de mourir de faim. C'est mauvais pour leur santé. Hein? Mais qui êtes-vous? On imagine clairement que le mec a aussi dit un dans sa tête, quoi. Attends, je regarde vite fait le RP. Je crois que Oscar y a répondu. Alors, est stopping bataillon, non. Joindre à eux, un peu curieuse, elle avait envie de tester. Oh la vache! C'est pas un jeu pour vous, madame, votre majesté, hein. Lucifer, il va péter un plomb sur la store. Oh, je le sens. Et... Comment on va lui dire ça? C'est... Je... Il va lui parler dans son langage, clairement. Très... haute. Pas pour les innocents. Ouais, bah si elle savait, normalement elle sait tout, donc elle doit savoir de ce qui s'est passé hier. Putain. Il peut pas s'en remettre, même moi j'étais choquée de toute façon. Voilà, parfait. Je sais pas madame, moi c'est ça à peine mec. Il aurait pu quand même, je sais pas, faire attention à la chambre d'Alastor, bordel. Il s'est même pas excusé. Attends, Alastor il a encore son gage à faire, t'inquiète. Réfléchissons à ce que je pourrais faire. J'ai envie de lui faire une graffe, mais il ne s'est pas excusé pour la chambre, autant le faire. Hein. Oh, je sais. Oh, il y en a un qui dort. Comme ça, on va le faire, allez hop. Il se mange. La main de Oscar. Le shérif. je suis vache, mais c'est pas ce qu'il sait pour la chambre. Voilà, parfait. Impeccable. Il l'a cherché. T'inquiète, celle-ci, ça va aller. Comme ça, je t'ai même laissé un petit vocal. Oui. Alors, qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? Un pilleur de trésors sauvages est apparu. Oh, je pensais que c'était quelqu'un de plus important. Bref, on a récupéré Yoon. Rentrons. Eh, arrêtez de m'ignorer. Bon, le voleur. Tes camarades ont tous été arrêtés, mais tu oses encore dire n'importe quoi sur ma petite Yoon. Je vais vous en dire des choses. Prédire, médire, maudire, interdire. Hein? Contredire, redire. C'est bon, arrêtez. C'est vrai. Et calmez-vous vous aussi, hein. Écoutons ce qu'ils ont à nous dire. On décidera de leur sort plus tard. C'est le voleur qu'il dit. Votre bête de somme est venue à nous de sa propre volonté. Les autres l'ont enfermé, mais j'en ai pris soin pendant tout ce temps. Je m'appelle Tuncheng. Comme mon prénom le suggère dans notre langue, je suis bien né ici. Et je connais les bêtes de somme, parce que j'ai travaillé comme ouvrier pour une caravane de Sumeru. Les pilleurs de trésors paient mieux. Alors, je les ai rejoints. Qui aurait cru que le métier était si dangereux? Bref, votre bête de somme, elle a immédiatement mangé toutes les framboises que j'ai cueillies depuis 3 jours. Elle devait être affamée. Non, la pauvre bête, l'autre il s'en occupe pas bien. Husker. Voyons voir sa réaction. Ah, il a osé... Oh là, il a giflé à l'instant. Il l'a giflé, on est d'accord. C'était son gage. Moi j'espère qu'il y en a un qui va réagir. Je peux pas tout faire, non. Pardon. Je vois, elle avait faim. C'est pour ça qu'elle s'est enfuie. Bah, elle cherchait à manger, la pauvre bête. Maltraitance animale, là. N'importe quoi. Ce voleur ment. Puis, ne m'a pas quitté. C'est vrai. Vous avez une autre bête de somme? De bon pédigré? Évidemment, pourquoi cette question? Des bêtes de somme de bon pédigré peuvent rester longtemps sans manger, ni boire. Eh bien, ce qui leur permet de parcourir de longues distances dans le désert, ou les forêts tropicales. Oh, quel dommage que certaines personnes dépensent une fortune pour les acheter. Mais ce ne sont même pas fichus... J'arrive plus à lire en ce moment, c'est horrible. Mais ne sont même pas fichus d'en prendre soin correctement. De qui tu parles, hein? Comment ça, pas fichu d'en prendre soin correctement? Mais tu te prends pour un expert après avoir passé à peine quelques jours avec? J'ai pas étudié, mais j'ai déjà nourri ces bêtes de somme, moi. Bref, Yun a bien profité de la vie, ces derniers jours. N'allez plus à nourrir avec n'importe quoi. Espèce de vaurien doublé d'un menteur. Très bien. Puisque tu dis Yoon se porte bien, on va faire un concours entre elle et Pi. Quoi? Une compétition? Comment? On les emmènera se promener pour voir qui elle préfère. Si Pi alterne entre un pas rapide et un pas lent, ça voudra dire que cet homme fait souffrir Yoon. Yoon avait l'air en pleine forme. On l'a vu casser la clôture tout à l'heure. J'imagine qu'elle a dû bien manger. D'où vient cette compétition soudaine? Cette compétitivité, pardon. Compétitivité. J'ai pas peur de vous, moi. Très bien, ne vous enfuyez pas. Et venez à mon camp pour en découdre. Pi est là-bas. Je vais juste répondre au RP finalement, personne répond. Voilà, si Oscar voulait être sur la liste noire de Vox, bah il a réussi, de toute façon il y est je crois. Donc voilà. Bon. Nous, on doit continuer.
Stabilize. This is order.
Merde, je voulais juste me mettre attention. Pas possible que je joue attendre ça.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Allez, on peut le faire. On peut pas le faire. Non. Ah la vache, le truc. Normalement, c'est bon. Et encore, c'est pas dit. Ah si. Ça valait le coup.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Ah, ça y est, ça répond à l'RP. Bon. Continuons.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Could it be true? What I've heard? Could it be true?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gummy, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh? What about you? You're not going to join us?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but...
Just let him go.
Okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without protest.
Sérieux, ces deux-là?
What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... Leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, coming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Coming!
Don't worry,
Bon,
he's a
bah,
great
c'est
fighter.
entre Angel, la reine et Alastor.
Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But coming, If he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away from here, in case there are other bandits in the area waiting in ambush.
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop here. Yangli? Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh.
C'était quoi cette canne de tout?
Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest are in order.
Nope, no need. Paimon's fine. She just, had some cake stuck in her throat.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millelith at once.
Le mercenaire qui nous escortait s'occupe déjà de...
Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful area, why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
That would be lovely.
Hop. Alors, je fais en sorte de pouvoir faire plus un peu plus longtemps, mais le truc c'est qu'il faut que je m'allonge.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots,
Aïe.
I have a few
Comme vous le savez,
references.
mon dos prend un coup. Hop là. Maintenant que j'ai fait ce qu'il fallait avec ma couette, normalement je devrais plus avoir autant froid.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Et ni étouffé en dessous quand
But
je me
where
mets
are
carrément
those who share the memory?
Parce que vu que c'était épais d'un côté et il n'y avait plus de couette de l'autre, j'avais l'impression de m'étouffer. Comme je descends des couches que je suis claustrophobe, donc faut que je fasse gaffe. Alors, ça c'est fait aussi, je guette le RP.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Voilà. C'est amusant ça, mais en plus si la reine s'en mêle, ça va être drôle. Il n'y a plus qu'à m'occuper du coup, pour l'instant.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. Ones not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you. This thing between us has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some things that simply aren't easy for us to talk through. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Otherwise, how would he support himself? Over the past few years, I heard how well he was doing for himself as a guard. How his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the belief that I was right. That I was right not to give in. I often regret introducing him to wushou dancing as a kid. If I had known how things would turn out, I would have never taken him to see those performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Ipdak.
Sure.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
It seems I was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye, you say? Do things change so quickly?
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second, Gaming was a kid. The next thing I knew, he was ready to fly the nest.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words. Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over here!
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So, that's how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow, I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted. Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but I've never seen ones like them. In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me?
Oui.
I appreciate it, I really do. But this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show them what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
Et vous seriez prêt à lui parler?
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you tell him about all the hard work you've done these past few years?
Will that even do anything? I'm not sure talking is enough.
You won't know unless you try. Just like how you won't know if something is delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
Bonne chance, on vous soutient.
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
C'est pas comme si c'était... Pardon. C'est pas comme si c'était de l'alcool.
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Ahem. Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need to stay on my account. When you're less busy, let's find a time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright?
Tout le monde s'est rendormi ou tout le monde est occupé, on dirait. Bah.
Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Hello.
Il l'a senti tout de suite.
You're here too?
I've been here the whole time. A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Who be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects. It's you. I thought you were Director Who.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Who dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Who a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are otherwise unoccupied. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Who tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is of greater merit. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other kite for me?
All right. I have made my comparisons. If speed is what you're after, the mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information along to Director Who. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was, awkward.
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing.
Alors, donc, la compétition n'est pas ce qu'il y a de plus important en ce moment.
Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind. Perhaps they're a bit like shell lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogias was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
Hop, alors excusez-moi. D'accord.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh. I can't say I support that decision, but... Hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan one recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happened to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already. Oh, forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various eccentricities. What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other. It would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companions.
You already know of my past circumstances. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way? If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before. But thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all?
C'est un truc de ouf quand même que la reine elle joue le jeu. Lucifer a jamais osé.
Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
Bah, sur ce, moi je vais vous laisser là. Tant pis hein, si on n'arrive pas à choper Shingyun. On verra bien les persos qu'il y aura plus tard. Je suis vraiment désolée. Mais bon, au moins on aura du peu en avance, hein, donc on continuera plus tard. On a encore quand même... attendez, je regarde... 5 jours. J'essaierai peut-être, je viens dit peut-être, de continuer un peu cet après-midi. Donc sur ce, je vous fais des gros bisous. Et on se retrouve sur
Boats are made
pour
for
la suite.
transferring commodities back
Bisous
and
tout le
forth.
monde.
And those
À
that come
bientôt.
across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.